We are the proud new owners of these boxes, which contain a GoPowerSports Premium Bolt Together Go-Kart that we will be assembling in this video.
We paid a monthly premium of $12.50 a month just for the premium bolts.
That's not true.
Do we have any plans for this?
We have some huge plans for this, and you probably could see, I don't know if it's going to be in the thumbnail or it's going to be somewhere.
Some massive plans.
But we do have some massive plans for this.
Side note, we decided to paint it DeWalt yellow.
Yikes.
Wait, did we actually go with that?
No.
It's the Bumblebee.
Where's he going, folks?
We also decided to paint the floor.
Along with
I may not have a job anymore.
Along with every single thing else on this entire shop. Like everything is cooked, bro. Now assembling our go-kart. Let's begin.
All right, folks, here's your half-hour update. Where, I mean, we're cooking right along. We've got front floor pans in. I don't think we're following the instructions exactly correctly.
No, not at all. Not at all.
We're kind of going off images. GoPowerSports has their online instructions.
I mean, we're pretty much more visual learners, so we're just going off pictures. But it's just important you get your bolt holes for these bars in the right spots. I mean, pretty much everything else is self-explanatory, just bolts and bars.
It is very nice having like holes line up directly, opposed to when you drill your own holes and stuff, and you have to like finesse the bolt in. This one they just plop right in, no problem. It's so nice.
I mean, we're getting the hang of it.
Making some progress on the Bumblebee. I think that's what we're going to call this thing. We're an hour in. It's definitely looking like a cart. I'm guessing we need at least another half an hour, if not another hour. But it'll be going.
With 6 hours? Well, we have to lift 3 people on the way.
The estimated time is a 6-hour assembly, so
Well, if you
we
take,
cut that into
I think it was
third.
4 to 6 hours.
I was gonna say, if you cut that into 3, yeah, I mean technically that would be the amount that a normal person would take.
All right, here we go.
All right, so with these pedals that Dave's thrown in here, there's 2 holes that you could throw that pedal through based on the height of Dave.
All right.
And we're using the long one because Dave's a height.
What portion of
That makes
Dave,
sense. We're getting that wrapped up, and we're doing something with the axle back here too.
What portion of Dave are we measuring?
All right, seats bolted. We got our pedals rigged up. The spring tension is nice. If you've never messed with a throttle cable, brake cable before, and don't have a return spring, it can be a serious nightmare. So I'm just putting this brake end in back here with a pre-supplied mount, and
Nice.
then we'll have some brakes.
All right, we got the axle set up back here with all the lock collars, sprockets, and the brake drum. And we're using the, what is that, 3-horse?
Yeah.
98cc supplied engine with the kit.
Thing is no joke. When you are 3 years old, it is fast.
But we have a decent surprise in this box over here by Dave that you were going to see in a minute.
Take this thing from the Bumblebee to the Hornet. But we gotta try out this 3-horse first. Alright, so this is a pretty good little cart. We got this thing up to 31, according to our little phone GPS. And, well, it moves pretty good, but we like more power. So like I said previously, we're going to turn this little bumblebee into a Hornet. Let me show you what I mean by that.
Example of that go-kart right there.
Man, whatever. Slow.
It is fast for your car.
Honda.
I think it probably weighs as much as this go-kart.
So, I think we paid way too much money for this vtwin.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is the problem with them. Money. We paid, what, $300 for a V-twin, a 24-horse V-twin?
Whoever bought it didn't look to see that the oil was full of water.
It was one of my buddies. I was assuming it was probably fine.
Will it ever run? Probably not.
I think it has a lot of hours on it, because if you look at the muffler itself, it's literally rotting away. Like, that's
What you want to see when you're buying a nice engine.
well, it was $300 for a V-twin. Normally, I think it's fine, but
Basically, 8 times the power. And to accompany that, from none other than GoPowerSports, a big torque converter.
no, it's bubble wrap. It said there's bubble wrap.
19, 20. This has got to be 35 pounds.
How thick plate are we working with? What is that, 3/8?
Probably 3/8. This is no joke.
I don't know if that is going to fit on here.
I don't think it's.
We're going to find out. Now, it took us around 2.5 hours to build this whole thing. And it's probably going to take 10 times that to build this monstrosity. I mean, it's basically a snowmobile clutch.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like a juggernaut. Oh my.
This is a whole new ball game, folks.
A few moments later.
Let's give this thing some more power.
The last clip you saw was about a month ago. So here's how it went. First, the oil was a bad sign. Yeah, you know, not. Thanks for checking that, bird. Then I brought this motor home. I went through the carb. I kind of cleaned it up a bit. I go to start it up, and it only fires on one cylinder. Connecting rod exploded. So that's bad enough. We bought a blown motor. Well, okay, maybe we can rebuild it. So I take it apart, and boom, cracked block. Thank you again.
I'm getting fired by the company.
Literally.
Yeah, I'm getting shot.
So at this point, we're like, well, let's just go buy a Predator 670, but that's $1,000 we don't have. So,
No, you're supposed to say we do have it. We gotta look rich.
Easy money.
Easy money, dude. So easy.
Pocket change. He lost that walking down the street yesterday.
anyway, because I'm cheap, I actually tried welding the block, and it actually welded a lot better than I thought. So we ended up getting a rebuild kit. The connecting rods were different than OE, so they made contact with the block, and because again I'm cheap, I ground the block out.
Did you actually?
It makes a little contact. I just let it self-clearance.
Are you serious? That is insane.
Dirty dog.
Bro, that thing's gonna explode.
So we finally got it back together, and it runs. Actually, it has 2 cylinders firing. So these two are going to start tearing apart our cart here. As you can see, our wiring is a mess, and the airbox and stuff isn't on. So I'm going to work on that. We're going to combine the two and have an absolute, I don't even know. I don't know what it's going to do. I think
What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say it might do something.
It might do something. What might something do?
Axle bend? No, probably not.
No, I
I
think
think
the
it'll
frame will.
tear. Those tires will chew. I think we'll chew.
Like the knobs will come off.
Yeah.
I think so.
Or Bird will gnaw the knobs off.
Huh?
So this thing's finally assembled. We fixed the wiring. But now we're missing one thing.
What do we have, Jacob?
This is light work. a massive torque converter. And then
Alright, so we've had to do some few modifications. We had to drill some different holes due to this hitting our oil filter here, and we had to bring out our oil cooler so that this fits in there. Re-drilled some holes, and now the worst part is we're cheap. We have a 1-inch bore here, so this 1 1/8 is gonna have to magically get milled down.
What do you mean by that, David?
Magic. Alright. If you ever have to do that, don't, because it sucks. It's on there now. Let's throw it on the cart, see what it looks like. Wow, it's so heavy. So it'll fit somewhere just kind of like that. Pretty average size motor, I'd say.
that's not even average. That's pretty small.
Since we have a new bolt together go-kart, we're going to make a bolt-in motor plate for our new motor. We're going to use this fancy new angle grinder that does not fit in Dave's shed, if you couldn't tell.
Let's see if Josh designed this right.
Alright folks, other than putting the ground, oh, she's stuck to the table. I had to move the ground during the thing because we put it in the wrong spot, but we could fix that pretty easily. It turned out a lot better than I thought it was going to be for our first like real piece that we've cut. I mean, yeah, it's great.
That looks about 6,000 times better than any slots I've ever seen you cut out.
There's no way we could have done that with an angle grinder and a drill bit.
So if you need a heavy duty 1-inch bore torque converter, go check out GoPowerSports. Alright, so we got the motor on here. We had to play around. We had to move our sprocket to the outside here so we could make it work. We flipped the sprocket here to center this motor up. Got to bolt it in.
Indeed we do.
Put a chain on. We got to hook up throttle, put a battery on it. Tightening our motor up here so that we can figure out where to bolt this motor plate to.
I got the brakes all set up, chain mounted and tensioned, and then the engine.
I rigged up my old mini bike gas tank up here. Hooked up throttle, and we got our battery sitting right up here. We'll see what happens, I suppose.
Oh boy. The torque on that is insane. Let me give it a whirl.
It's because he's light.
Here to crawl some stuff, man. It's so easy. Alright, so Josh and this 100-pound motor totally annihilated our rear axle. You can't really blame the axle. I mean, we've got 7 times the horsepower and probably 5 times the weight of a motor back here.
And 7 times of the weight of a
rider.
rider.
That's insane.
Extensive. A little bit too much power, maybe. Maybe we should have moved the engine back further so this thing could wheelie, but
That would have been entertaining.
it did about 50 miles an hour, and it crawled pretty good, you know. Really just wish Bird didn't buy this motor, because I have too much time wrapped up into it.
It does run though. It runs flawlessly.
It starts right up.
Doesn't have
So
that.
don't put a vtwin on your bolt together go-kart.
Said nothing.
Or maybe just don't hit jumps, because this thing actually ripped. Like, we were chewing up the tires on the road,
That's true.
and then Josh sent her a little too hard.
If I would
One big boom!
I think I would have been fine, but he's kind of fat. I'm not gonna lie. With all that weight on him.
Please like and subscribe. Maybe Josh will hit the gym.
Look at this tummy, bro.